Men are so quick to be like, oh my gosh, the birth rate is declining. What are we going to do? Why aren't women settling down and having kids? Every time I have a talking stage, I get love bombed for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then I get either ghosted or they say they've met someone else. The last time I was talking to someone, we hung out consistently for 5 weeks straight. We talked about our futures. We talked about our jobs, like where we want to live one day. Not together, but like separately. And 5 weeks later, he sends me a lovely little text saying he met someone else and he wants to see where it goes with someone else. But it's my fault. It's my fault that the birth rate's declining. Mm-hmm.
Listen, now we on to something. They are freaking out because we are not having any babies. The birth rate has declined. Do you know why? Because these kids and these prices. Because housing is ridiculous, childcare is ridiculous, healthcare is ridiculous, and you gotta feed them. And when you're trying to figure out your own life, and don't even get me started on this dating scene. I used to want 4 kids when I was a teen, and now I could not imagine having 4 kids.
Why don't women ever know what they want to eat for dinner?
Because the first time we decided what to eat, we got kicked out of the Garden of Eden.
How old are you?
21.
36.
And how long have you been together?
Actually, we are just friends.
Whole life. Don't lie. What? What? I don't get it. What's going on?
No, we
are
meet a
just
few days ago
friends?
like friends.
I thought that we are together till now.
Wait, are you together or not?
Okay,
I
decide.
thought that we are by now.
What made you think that you were together if you just met 3 days ago?
Because we didn't met 3 days ago. That's a lie. I mean,
right.
there's probably a situationship for him, but I thought that we are together.
She like making the show all the time. In a relation and without the relationship. So
yeah, and that's the problem now, so that's why we are not together.
Okay, so y'all are just friends now.
It changed from minute
I
to
don't know
minute.
what to say anymore.
It changed from minute
It's
to minute.
crazy. No,
it's fine.
it seems like it changed for you.
So this is news to you.
Definitely.
But how do you even move forward from this point?
I don't know how. I really don't know what to think right now. This is crazy. I don't know if that was a joke or like you were serious.
No, actually joke.
It's a joke, right?
Yeah.
You didn't seem like you're joking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but whatever it is, I don't like it. I'm concerned, to be honest.
I have another meeting with HR because I told a coworker I could tell that he was a C-section baby by the way he avoids labor, and apparently that is not acceptable in the workplace.
Last week, I just finished my workout. I was walking out of the gym and this guy like runs after me. I got my headphones in. It's like 7 in the morning. This was one of my 5 a.m. workouts. He runs down. He like taps me on the shoulder. He's like, hey, I saw you working out. I think you're really cute. And I was like, thanks. Like, first of all, bless. That was my 5 a.m. workout. Okay. Your girl was not working with her best stuff. But then he's like, what's her name? And I was like, listen, thank you so much, but I'm married. And he was nice about it. He was like, okay, yeah, that's all right. And walks away. But I was like, I went home and I was talking to my husband about it. And I was like, I knew that man had intention for me. So he didn't get a single piece of me. Like, I'm not opening the door to have him come up to me in the mornings at the gym to be like, hey, Ashley, good morning. That door's closed. Like, I'm married. I water my own grass. My lawn is immaculate. And for all the wives, all the partners, husbands too, I guess, like, what's your stance on this? If you knew somebody had intention for you, would you have still given your name?
I think a lot of men will respect that. I appreciate you doing that. It shows that you're not trying to entertain other men. Yeah, respect that.
What part of me marrying a woman who was divorced goes against my worldview?
You say gnarly things about promiscuous women and that they're disgusting.
That's not promiscuity.
You say 3 baby daddies? Yes, that's promiscuous.
Wait a second. Help me out here. How many times have you had?
I couldn't count.
How many different partners have you had?
Certainly under 10.
Yeah, and she has three long-term relationships, and I'm one of them. Chuck, you've way more.
None of them got me pregnant.
Who cares if they did? He would just abort the kid.
I mean, yeah, but
because you're just a sick.
I'm not a sick.
You're a sick.
I I think it's crueler. I think it is crueler to have children when you are unprepared and bring them into an unsafe household. I think that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll make sure to let my stepkids know that they shouldn't have been brought in the world because Chuck wishes that her mom killed them. Because then she couldn't say he had 3 baby daddies, could she?
Go ahead and tell them.
I'll go ahead and tell them, Chuck. I'll let them know, Chuck.
But it's every time you talk about how older women are undesirable, women with pasts are undesirable.
That's not what I say.
And then you are dating a woman. You are married to a woman. You are in love with a woman.
Can you tell me what my position is?
I've seen your tweets.
What's my position?
I've seen the way that you speak to sex workers.
Can you tell me what my... Was my wife a worker?
No.
No.
She has 3 baby daddies.
Okay, so not a worker?
No, not a sex worker.
Okay, great. So she had 3 long-term relationships and did what she was supposed to do in them when she was married, which is have children.
Yeah, and how did that turn out for her?
It turned out great. She ended up with me.
She got half her tongue ripped out. That's what you said.
But she's been with me for almost, what, fucking 18 years? What's your longest-term relationship, Chuck?
3 years, but I'm also in my 20s.
3 years. 3 years and 10 guys. Boy, you got a way to go, Chuck.
But I'm also in my 20s. 40s.
I married her when I was in my 20s. With her. What do you mean? I'll tell you what. I'll start pulling out cash. Pull up the tweet that shows me a hypocrite to my worldview. I'll keep pulling out cash until you can.
Keep pulling it out.
Okay, how much do you want?
I'm not playing your game.
You're not going, because you don't have...
No, because I'm not going to sit here and dig through your tweets.
Because there's nothing there that would make me a hypocrite to my view. Do you think...
Dude, your platform is literally 2 normal people. Reads as insane, dude.
That has nothing to do with the claim I'm a hypocrite, Chuck. Chuck,
yes, dude.
Show me how I'm a hypocrite, Chuck, from my view.
You spend your time on women.
I don't.
That is all you do.
Hardly. But even if I did, even if all I did was on women, how am I a hypocrite?
Because you are married to a woman with 3 baby daddies.
And do I ever make a prescription that that's immoral or wrong?
I think you made up rules for yourself that it's okay to fit your worldview.
Bro, when have I ever advocated that you can't be a stepdad?
So proud. I think you would be so proud of your chaste Christian wife.
Are you ever going to show me how I espouse views, which I don't believe ever?
You can just watch your clips and see the things that you say.
Chuck, tell me my position that makes me a hypocrite, please.
I just told you. I've told you
what?
Several times.
What?
I've told you
what is it?
times.
What?
I just told you.
No, you
several
didn't.
Times. Do you not have ears, dude?
What did you just tell me? What?
You are married to a woman that would be considered by the men that you proselytize
Me, Chuck.
That they are...
Me, Chuck. What do I advocate for that makes me a hypocrite, Chuck? What?
To look for chaste young women.
That's not even my...
Women who are not stained. You spend all your time over sex work. And if I recall correctly, you have said that there is like a girl who's at or done work is undateable, unlovable, unmarriageable.
No, I've never said any of those things.
I think when we talk about, and first of all, I get where you're coming from when you talk about men not wanting to date single mothers and them saying that. From the comments that I've read, and in my opinion, I would say it's probably because there's a lot of drama. And there's a clip that I watched where 2 dudes were arguing. I think it was a stepdad and the real dad arguing about don't do this or my child, don't do that, yada, yada, yada. It was a whole bunch of drama. A whole bunch of drama that could have turned into something extremely serious. Most men see that and they don't want to go through that. That just, I want to go home. I want to watch TV. I want to eat a good meal, take a bath, and go to bed. I don't want to have no drama. I don't want to be around that. If I can avoid it, then I will. If there's something that I have to take care of, then I'll do that. That's how most men think. There's a lot of dudes out here that have dated, are currently dating, and are married to single mothers. Some of them are having terrible times right now for the reasons that a lot of men have stated, and some of them are doing pretty well. But they're doing pretty well because the mom doesn't do this weird stuff to where you can have every responsibility imaginable except this one right here. You can pay for this, this, and this. You can have authority over this, and this. But over here, you don't have authority. You don't have any influence. And once again, we're not talking about mishandling the child. We're talking about normal, natural responsibility that comes with being a man of the house. I don't have that. Number one. Number two, a lot of these women, knowing that they have children and crazy baby daddies, expect you to be 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack. Like, why do you want the cream of the crop and you have a lot of problems? This man, and not saying that a man that's well-to-do and wealthy wouldn't have any major issues, but we're talking about somebody who is telling the man, I don't have much to bring but bills, bills, bills. Well, no, of course I don't want to date you, because all you are is an issue. I wouldn't want to date that. And so if you have somebody that's, as a single mom, coming to a man and saying, you know what, those aren't going to be a problem for me. And I can provide proof within reason that that's not going to be a problem. We're going to work together. We're going to build something together. I think most men would be, okay, well, maybe we can talk. Maybe we can try it out. There's still going to be a lot that are like, nah, I'm not interested. But that's okay. You don't need everybody. The point is, if you would stop acting so entitled, especially as a single mom, you might actually find somebody.
Anything men can do, we can do better. Reject delusions. Embrace gender differences.
Is it a red flag or not if you smash on the first night, even though you think she's marriage material? I think if you smash on the first night, you got something to prove.
What? On what side? On both?
Well, no, a man's going to be a man. A woman feels like she needs to keep you. My question, how can you really value yourself and give your body away to multiple men on the first night? Like, my brain can't even wrap around that. How? How do you value yourself? That's the most valuable thing that you have to offer. Taking up womb space. Like where your child grows inside of your body. And you're going to give that away on the first night. I cannot wrap my mind around it.
Sarah.
Grown and used.
I like
grown
you.
And washed up.
So if it doesn't make me wifey material, if he smashes on the first date, does that make him husband material?
Double standard. It just is what it is.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Spiritually, in the eyes of God, we are just as much.
We ain't talking about spiritually in the eyes of God. We talking about realistic here on earth, carnal level, flesh level. The flesh level is that men get to sleep with more people. It just is what it is. Women do not. It matters how many bodies we have. If you want a high value, high earning, masculine man. Now note that I said masculine man. If you want to be, you want to be the man in your relationship, be the best man you can be. Get you a feminine man and be happy. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with it.
My date just canceled on me tonight because he found my TikTok. And that's really, really unfortunate because this is like the first time where social media has been like a detriment. Not a detriment, but has like negatively harmed me.
The problem is not social media, the problem is you. The type of content you post on there. He saw your TikTok, which consists of you criticizing multiple guys that you have dated. And doesn't seem like you're dating with a purpose aside from using them as content, decides that he doesn't want to be a part of it.
Okay, an update on Dan. You don't have the emotional capacity for a girlfriend. Okay, so I want to talk about my date tonight. This was actually my second date night with Liam. Michael, you're weird. What was that?
He dodged a bullet. He set a boundary for himself and stood on it. Salute to him. And even with the date canceled, you still went to go make a video about him, which further proves him right for canceling the date.
Where are you coming from?
I just got off work on my way to my daughter's graduation.
I'm a drug recognition evaluator, and there's a couple concerning things. I'm going to run you through a few tests.
Oh, I'm not late for my daughter's graduation. I still got to change into some clean clothes.
Towards my
I work 15 hours a day, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
Zeros. You were telling the truth. So you're showing a lot of signs of stimulant use.
So I get nervous around cops.
But I've never given you a reason to be nervous, right?
Well, you are now. You're telling me I'm overstimulated, and I just passed your sobriety test. And
now you're getting agitated, which makes me a little nervous.
Am I getting arrested for DWI?
Are you going to be cooperative? Yes, you are under arrest.
I can't call my daughter, tell her I'm not going to make your graduation. Oh my God.
Try to relax here, okay? You're not going to make it in time. Please let them know. I can't let you know.
Please, I promise you, I'm not impaired.
We're impaired by prescription medication.
I'm not impaired. I drove a semi all day.
After all of this, the man was, in fact, not impaired. He missed his daughter's graduation and lost his CDL.
When given the opportunity to be a hero, you chose to be a villain. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of cops doing some awesome things lately, showing a lot of compassion. Woman, you're not it. Did that make you feel powerful? Because you don't have power. You just felt silly that you were wrong, and instead of just being like, oh, I'm sorry, please hurry and get to your daughter's graduation, you have to ruin the day and take away a moment that he can never get back in his life. I heard that he got a good lawsuit out of this, and I hope you're fired, and I hope this follows you around forever, because you're just a bad person. God bless everybody.
Okay, somebody posted a comment here, and it said, basically, after looking into it, I found out the department was actually held accountable. They were sued and ended up paying around $250,000 for false arrest, malicious prosecution, and civil rights violations. However, the officer involved, and I'm not going to say her name here, faced no personal consequences. One likely reason is because she had just been publicly praised and honored. In 2023, she was celebrated as Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association's first female officer of the year. That award was tied to a 2022 narcotics bust where she fired her weapon, and the shooting was later ruled justified, basically, because they had already put her name on a pedestal. They weren't about to damage her reputation or their own image. So in the end, instead of holding her accountable, they chose to protect her and protect themselves. They did damage control, stayed quiet, and tried to make the incident disappear. Ironically, that decision made them look even worse because they paid for her mistake, but never actually addressed it. Yeah, you look like a loser right here. After you ran all your tests, you found that there was nothing wrong with the man. Let that man go see his daughter graduate, please.
Number one, I call it Chris. Every woman should want a man that has Chris. CHRIS. Credit. He should have some type of health routine, something he does for his health, not just physical health, but physical health is one, and mental health. Look at him. Look at that man. If that man does not have a certain type of routine when it comes to mental and physical health, you are in a situation that's going to be a very disastrous situation. The third thing is real estate. Nowadays, you got to make sure a man got somewhere to stay. Is that his place? Is he renting it? Is it in his name? Is it his brother's house? Is it his homeboy's house? Is he spending the night over your house a little bit too much because he really ain't got nowhere to stay? These men don't be having no house. So let's find out, do he have some kind of real estate? And I'm talking about, it could be an apartment.
Yeah.
Whose name is it in?
Yeah.
Is it in a real apartment? Is it one of them? It's crazy.
So no roommates.
Cell phone not even.
No. So that then
First of all, yes, it is.
let me finish. And this is for me. And if you're a mature woman, if you are a high value woman that has plans and visions, you cannot be tying up. I did it for many years. I'm trying to teach people not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the I is investments. You must have a way that you can make some money online.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a man that has to always report to somewhere. You have to be able to. If I want to stay in the house this day or travel this day, can you go? I don't need you telling me you got to call off or you got to open. I want a man that has investments, that has a diversified portfolio, that makes money digitally. And then the S is support.
Yeah.
I've learned that a lot of men don't have no brothers, no homeboys, no mentors, no coaches, no pastor, nobody that they talk to that they could get advice from. And so those are the things a woman should look for in a man as a basis, the base foundational things before they even date him.
I don't think that this is high value. I think it's just normal. Is he functioning as a normal, average, everyday person? If so, go out on a date and see if you guys have something in common.
Sorry, I'm a bitch. I just got broken up with.
Oh, what you do?
I guess I quote-unquote cheated on her.
Did you cheat on him?
No.
Are you lying?
miscommunication.
It was a miscommunication. But he don't put his trust in her again, I guess.
Are you sure? What was the situation?
I requested a call from somebody in jail. So I guess he didn't like that and he said I cheated on him. So.
Who would you request a call for?
My ex.
So why did you do that?
Because I wanted to. Simple as that.
Yeah, and that's why he broke up with your ass. You deserve that shit. Why the fuck are you calling your ex for?
I will be 24 in 3 weeks.
I'm 24.
About a year and a half.
How do you feel about the way your woman is dressed tonight?
Oh, she looks amazing. She looks really good.
You feel like you're wearing is appropriate when you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
Why don't you have a problem at all with it?
Well, to be honest with you, she asked my opinion before she bought it, and I was like, yeah, that's amazing. And then she wore it for me before we came here, and I was like, yeah, I really like that dress.
What made you go, let me ask my man if this is okay, as opposed to I'm just going to wear this and go out?
Because I have respect.
Is this something that you could see yourself wearing on a girl's night without him being here?
Probably not.
Why not?
Because it's like, it could get like guys' attention and whatever, and like, as long as I have him on my arm, that's all that matters.
So ultimately, you feel like your man should have a say in how you dress when you leave the house?
A little bit. Like, I definitely listen to his opinion. Yeah.
Obviously, she has her freedom to do it, but out of respect in the relationship, she should be asking me if this is okay, and I should give my 2 cents to that. And she does that, and I really respect that, and I'm really appreciative that she has that feminine side that she's willing to ask that, and, you know, I give her my response.
And I think this is what a lot of men are looking for. A lot of times in their relationships, they don't even have the option to even have any input. Like, you don't even want my 2 cents, because if I give my 2 cents, you're going to say that you're not going to take it seriously, as some women have, and then you're going to do it anyway. So how is that supposed to make me feel, not only as a man, but as a person in a relationship with somebody that says they supposedly love me and they care about my opinion?
No man should ever call a woman.
Now, this is a video I can agree with. Viewer discretion is advised.
No man. Okay. And I'm your wife. And you've been through previous relationships, and I'm asking you what happened, what you said to these previous women, and it was nothing. I walked off with your wife. You can call a bitch, not just once, not just twice, not just in one setting. I remember it's been multiple times in these past 7 months, and it's a trigger for me because when I was younger, I was called that and abused. So, oh, wow. It's really a trigger for me. It's not like I didn't sit there and tell my husband these things before. So you're not just saying these things because you're upset. You're saying it literally to hurt me. And how could you love me and call me a bitch repeatedly? Like, you don't do it to people you love. Like, and he's like, well, you call me. And I say, yeah, I have, but it's not a trigger for you. It's not detrimental for you.
She almost had me. I promise you. She had me. I was like, bro, this is sad. Bro is wilding. But I was like, why is his face so still? Like, he don't look like he's affected by anything that she's saying. And that's exactly why. Because the thing about it is, it's easy to sell a story when you back it by trauma, abuse, and tears, especially as a woman. And for the moment, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, bro deserved the worst, because you shouldn't do that to her, but she told you her past. But then to turn around and do the same thing to him, nah, we can't do that. You can't justify your verbal abuse towards him because it's not a trigger for him. You shouldn't have done it in the first place. The both of you shouldn't have been doing that to each other. That level of disrespect that you receive from that man isn't more than his because he doesn't have it as a trigger. It's still disrespect. Why would you in any scenario think it's okay to call that man a... But when he does that to you, now it's a problem. Make it make sense for us. And contrary to popular belief, I actually think she was being genuine about how it affected her. I really do believe so. But if something affects you that deeply, why would you ever think it's okay to now redistribute that same hurt? That is not helping your situation in any way, shape, or form. You're actually making it worse. Let alone, you can't also play victim about it. You're doing the same crime. This is a classic case of never believe someone's story until you get all of the details, because people say things in a certain manner to get you to side with them. But if you allow them to talk and if you ask the right questions, they'll tell on themselves. Yeah, keep it change.
5 years of breaking the man versus woman myth in 60 seconds. Let's do it. Number one, I realized half of the battle of the sexes was just hurt people arguing from different wounds. It's not men versus women. It's the healed versus the unhealed. Number two, I learned both sides love to say, nobody understands us. But neither side is listening, just waiting to reply with a TikTok quote and a little trauma seasoning. Number three, I stopped letting the internet tell me what masculinity or what femininity should look like. Bro, It's not alpha to hate women, and cis, it's not feminine to hate men. That's just unprocessed pain and designer opinions. Number 4, I started realizing peace between men and women starts with self-accountability on both sides. You can't attract what you resent, and you can't leave what you don't respect. Number 5, I learned real partnership isn't about power, but it's about purpose. When you heal the competition, you unlock this thing called collaboration. Kings and queens build empires, not arguments against each other. And last but not least, it was never man versus woman. It's maturity versus ego. And once you heal, the war stops feeling so necessary to contribute to. Boom. Saved your ass debates, hella division, and about 47 red pill podcasts. Now Venmo me $5.
And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's 200.
Ma'am, did that elephant smell you and then threw up? You can delete this video. Like, now it's too late, but like.
And this is why this website's so important, because you didn't put it up. Petition for Justice did. That's why this is so mind-blowing.
And there we go with more bad advice from Stand With Meg. Moms and dads fighting in family court, let me make it very clear. Do not take to social media to fight your family court case in the court of public opinion. Judges don't like it. It will get used against you in court, and it doesn't make you look like a good parent. But on the other side, if a judge has warned you, don't talk about your family court case, don't talk about your co-parents, don't talk about situations with your children on social media, don't do it. That judge controls the outcome of your child support, your alimony, and your child custody.
You didn't get in trouble. You can't get in trouble. It's not you. So I recommend everyone going to Petitions for Justice and see if you can get on there.
Her telling parents to go to Petitions for Justice and let them build a website for them with a petition that gets sent right to legislators and that you can't get in trouble is blatant negligence on her behalf. You can get in trouble because that site charges you. And when you pay somebody to put up a website for you, you're responsible for the website and you'll be held liable for it in a court of law. But I bet we're going to find out somewhere down the road that this is just another Meg grift and that she's in some way, shape, or form profiting off of this website. And that's why all of a sudden she's pushing it so hard. Because I've looked into business records and I can't find a business associated with that name. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I can't find it. But all of a sudden, Meg seems to know all about it more than anybody else. And it seems to be brand freaking new. I got questions, Meg. But whatever you do, parents, don't listen, because this isn't the first time this woman has given advice that will get you in trouble with a judge in family court. Be careful who you take legal advice for. Your children deserve better than a wannabe lawyer on the tiki-talkie.
Getting weird. Part infinity.
The youth needs to hear what real men are. I think there's there's masculine.
But what are real men?
Right. To me, a real man is a responsible man.
Because every time a man does some shit.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying. Marlon Wayne's just answering the question. We want to hear him speak. Respectfully.
Because every time a man does something, they'll be like, that's not a real man. And it's like, looks like a man to me.
I think a real man is in touch with his feminine side.
Looks like a duck and it walks like a duck. I mean? Yeah.
I think a real man is knows how to unstrap from his
I don't
ego.
know. I think the real man thing.
Shut up. Respectfully. Shut up. You are being insanely rude. I would like to hear Marlon Wayne speak about what it's like to be a real man, because he has a very nuanced perspective and probably agrees with you, ma'am. But you're cutting him off so much, you won't even let him speak. And you're letting your hatred of men get in the way and block your blessings of a man letting other men know what a real man actually is. Jesus Christ. Ladies, it's not to say you can't talk and have a voice. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying in this specific instance, cállate la boca, por favor.
Knows how to unstrap from his
I don't know.
ego.
I think the real man thing is just the thing like that people invented to like excuse bad behavior. You know?
Yeah,
like all men are real men.
Said like a real man.
Period.
Being like, to further add on what she's saying, I think there's this false narrative of what real men do, and I think it's tied into, privilege and masculinity.
You ain't cutting him off. Why aren't you not cutting him off? I'm not going to say nothing. All I'm going to say is this. If we know Marlon Wayans like we know Marlon Wayans, he let you off easy, girl. He could have cooked you, but he chose not to, because I get it. He's in his acting bag, his serious acting bag. You don't want to mess with the money. I understand. I understand. But you got let off easy, for sure. I feel like she's blocking the blessings, man. Sometimes when men are talking to other men, especially about stuff like this, we can get to other men better than a woman can get to a man. Just same way like a woman can get to a woman better than a man can get to a woman sometimes, right? He was on your side. Just let him speak. You know what I'm saying?
What's your age?
I'm 42.
Are you single?
I am.
Has a man ever proposed to you before?
I'm divorced.
How long was your marriage?
Total time together, we were like 8 years. So we divorced. I divorced when I was about like 33, 34.
Being with someone for almost a decade, what makes you go, I'm throwing it away?
When we met, I was 25, and the basal needs that I had or thought that I needed weren't the same when I hit my mid-30s, and I realized that he couldn't meet that. And so I thought there was happiness for me elsewhere.
What needs was he meeting at 25 that he couldn't meet at 30?
We weren't necessarily partners. Sometimes I felt like I was on my own for a lot of things. And I felt like when you're married, you shouldn't ever feel like you don't have somebody that's going to walk with you in life on every single aspect. And I felt like there were some things he was going to walk with me on and other things that he was going to leave me just kind of up the creek to do.
Are we talking financial or are we talking about loyalty?
Loyalty. Like, I mean, he wasn't a cheater or anything, but like there were certain instances where his family sometimes would be really critical of me, and like he would just kind of leave me to fend for myself and not necessarily take my side on certain things.
So you kind of felt like your husband at the time should have been able to defend you against his family.
Yeah, I mean, I protect you, you protect me. It's us against the world. Don't leave the other one behind. No man left behind.
Why even care what they have to think if you have the man of your dreams at the time?
If you're with somebody whose family is really important to them and they don't stand up for you and they let their family kind of come at you, then that's a problem. Your family should not be insulting and making your significant other cry without you stepping in and protecting them. And so if we were thinking about bringing children into this world, it's like, well, if you can't protect me, how are you going to protect children? And that's where I kind of drew the line.
I do see where she's coming from, because with family, that can get really dicey really fast. But I would say it depends on what was being said. I would say it depends on the conversations being had. It depends on what you were doing. It depends on what he's doing. Some of the stuff that she was saying sounds sketchy. I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm just saying that it seems like there's more context that's needed. Because if somebody told you to do something, or they said, hey, if you want to go this direction, then you're going to need to do this, and you didn't want to listen, and then his parents were like, yeah, you probably need to do that, and you got mad about that, and you said, well, you're supposed to be loyal to me. Well, I'm not going to be loyal to foolishness, just like you wouldn't be loyal to me if I was doing silly stuff. You say all the time, I'm not going to submit to a man that's leading me down the wrong direction. So this is kind of the same thing. Hey, I'm not going to go along with you if you're doing crazy stuff or talking crazy. Now, that doesn't mean that I have to clown you. But if we're talking to you about what's going on, and it only makes sense that that's what you do, that's what anybody would do, not just this family, then you're choosing yourself for no reason instead of choosing the right thing to do. I've been in situations to where they just, for the sake of it, said, yeah, this is what we should do because this is what we do. Not necessarily because it's right, but because this is what we want to do. And that's not the way it works. Can it be done another way? Is it this the only right way, or can we figure out another solution that works for us? Now, if somebody is trying to force you to do it because that's the way they want to do it, fine, I'm with you. But if somebody says, no, I think if you do this, you're going to get in trouble, so you might want to go this way, and you still don't want to listen, and your pride and your ego is getting in the way, then maybe he might have had a point.
Ooh. Look at this picture, and when you see it, don't tell nobody in the comments. Ooh, all right? Just when you see it, say, I see it. Don't mess it up for nobody else. All right? When you see it, that's it. Y'all got it? It's always that one person, and I'm going to just say it anyway, regardless of the instructions. No. I would appreciate if you just follow the instructions. When you see what's wrong in this picture, you just say, I see it, and leave it at that. We're going to do that. All right, everybody? 1, 2, 3, break.
I'm not sure how her hand in this picture is on her neck. But then also when you look in the mirror, it's down by her side. I'm not sure how that's happening. Yeah, I don't know how that's happening. Yeah, that's weird.
Who do you think cheats more, men or women?
You know what I'm gonna say? That's an even amount of both.
Why do you say that?
A man, when he's unhappy, either his woman's not doing something right or she's not taking care of him right, he'll go find it somewhere else. Same thing with a woman.
Fault? Okay.
When a man and a woman both get bored, they'll do what they want or they'll go try to find happiness and love somewhere else. You can't say I'm wrong.
What do you think it is that they're lacking?
They're not checking up on their significant other regularly. They're not sleeping with them as much. They're not cooking for them. Like, you're not doing the little things that matter to them.
You know what? That's a good answer. That's a pretty good answer.
Where he at? What's all that talking you was doing? Come out here. Come on here, big homie. You put your hands on my daughter, cause we gotta have what?
Hands on your daughter.
What?
Hands on your daughter.
So why she say you did? So why she say you did?
She'll tell you I did. Like real shit being, I'm gonna say this calm for you so you understand that I'm being real 100 with you.
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter know my name, nigga. She and no disrespect to you.
Mm-hmm.
When I say knew it, she pronounced my name better than half my people, my nigga. D. Not no Dave, not no Duh. D. Sean, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So if your daughter would have said, I
text some shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, he here. But that's all I'm saying.
Like I told her, I'm like, no.
We can keep it a buck. Just don't put your hands on that one. We good. I ain't got to say about this house.
Like I said.
Just don't put your hands on that one. We good.
I mean, I know what time, nigga. Come get your baby. Because it ain't never that. I support all black niggas being fathers. Come get your daughter. I don't want to raise nobody else's kid. I got my own baby.
I feel you.
Come get your daughter.
I feel you.
It ain't never no disrespect. But I'm going to ask you just like this, like you just asked me. This is where I stay at. This is where my baby be at.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come here with no hostility. Don't send no threats.
Just don't put none on that baby.
Don't send no threats to my baby. Because you raised my daughter.
I didn't know your motherfucking kids was here. When I said I was putting that, she didn't say your baby was here. Ask her. Ask him right now.
Okay, what about
you right now? I don't give no fuck about none of that. When it comes to my baby,
and when it comes to mine,
exactly.
When it comes on the same,
and I'm telling
you, want to keep the shit simple.
Exactly.
I won't touch your daughter. Don't break mine no more.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm telling you. Don't put your motherfucking hands on that one. We good. No problem. That's all I care about this all here. That's all I care about this all. You folks?
GD.
There we go.
No, nigga. Okay, well that being said.
You have to be a fool to become a stepdad. You'd have to be a real grade A, high quality dimwit. Hey, check this out. There's not a woman in the universe that's good enough to have to deal with all of this. I mean, just imagine. You know her body ain't really hitting like it was before the kid, so you caught her after that. Then you got to deal with her kid. That's more expenses emotionally, financially, and otherwise. Then you got to knock out the baby daddy. And then you have a child under your household that's not really under your household because you can't discipline them. As I said, once a woman's been planted in one time, it's a wrap. She shall never be soil for another man. Marquettism is for the kids. Marquettism saves lives.
And this is what I was talking about earlier on in the video. When men say they don't want to date single mothers or they don't want to date women with kids, this is kind of what they're talking about. Regardless of who's right or who's wrong in the situation, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have to go through that. I don't want to have to be the one to try to put a fire out that I might have not even had anything to do with. Does that make sense? It's not to say that all single mothers are terrible, all women with kids are terrible people. It's just sometimes, and I think it's okay to say this, they don't have their house in order. They be saying, oh, no, everything's fine. We co-parent well. And then you get into a situation like this and you find out, well, maybe the co-parenting or whatever being said isn't necessarily what's going on. And it might be that co-parenting and everything is going great. But sometimes a kid gets mad at an adult and then they go to the other adult and straight up lie. I don't necessarily want to be a part of that. Because there could be some serious consequences. This is what men are talking about. I would rather have a little bit more control over my life. I would rather have a little bit more influence over my life. If a woman says, okay, I see where you're coming from. How does this sound to you? And the man says, yeah, that would make me feel comfortable if we were able to work to this position or this place as a family unit. I don't have any kids. You do. How will we conquer this? How will we tackle this? How will we solve these types of issues? You're not going to know everything, and not everything is going to come up in conversation, though you may try to dig and dig and dig. But what is our game plan? And when it comes up, do we have to revisit and modify? Can we get on the same page quickly instead of dragging something out for weeks, months, years? And so when that comes up, men are just like, I don't know if I want to go through all of that. I don't know if I want to go through all that. I'm already on the fence. I remember a clip of a man talking to a single mother, and she did something weird. And he said, well, you know, I was already on the fence about you. And that made her upset. And he said, well, you know what? I'm out. And then she tried to clown him, but she was actually the one that got blocked. So, yeah, it's tough even trying to take that on. But what makes it exponentially harder is when a woman says, now you got to perform. 6 figures, 6 feet, 6-pack, 6 inches, all that across the board. I'm a 10, I'm a 20, I'm a 30, I'm a 40, I'm 100 out of 10. I'm the best thing that you've ever come across. So now I've got problems and your ego is one of them.
The cast of Schindler's List and 12 Years a Slave didn't act this traumatized after filming, so what happened on the set of Wicked? Why are they all crying all the time? Were they doing some weird cult ritual and accidentally kill a munchkin? Are they trauma bonded over that now? What is going on? Every one of those cast members needs a dose of lithium with a side of fries. What is with these creepy interviews? They're just crying, shaking, and stroking each other. Ariana's like age regressing in real time. My favorite color is 5. And Cynthia's trying to breastfeed her. What am I watching? Why are they even airing this? And I'm supposed to act like it's normal? And I know this is dangerous territory because the Wicked fan base, some of you guys are some hardcore weirdos. You're going to try to gaslight me into thinking like you don't understand theater kids or what it's like to be part of a project that you're so passionate about. Blow me. This is not theater kid. This is a personality disorder. Oh, Ariana's obviously going through something, and Cynthia's protecting her. That had an affair with a married man. Did we forget? This is called karma. Now her mental illness is on display for everyone to see, but we're just going to ignore it because she's a really talented singer, right?
Anytime I want someone, they never want me back. And it's like I'm getting the people who I'm just not really interested in, and it's not very often. Either. It's not like I have men rolling up all the time. It's very rare that a guy will actually come up to me. I actually had a guy come up to me a few weeks ago when I went to dinner, and it was the first time I think in like 5 years, if that makes sense.
I know it's not all the time. I know that.
No. It's crazy.
You know, a good I'm sorry, that will not happen again, or I'm sorry, you're right, I really need to work on that, will take you a long way, ladies. Listen, accountability, attractive. What? No deflection? Oh, my God.
So what were you saying about not having fun?
I'm done having fun. I'm done having fun. I had so much fun in my 20s. So much fun with so many men. Too much fun, honestly. I think I, reached the fun limit. But I'm serious about dating. I'm in my 30s. I have a plan. I have a time frame. I have deadlines.
Right.
I want a baby in a year. I just froze my eggs. I want a ring in 9 months, and I want to be married a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I'm looking for someone who is at that level.
Well,
and is willing to meet me at that level.
For sure. This is our first date, so
yeah,
I feel
know.
Like
that's why I'm being crystal clear, because so many men look just like you, have just wasted years of my life, and I'm so sick of it, and I'm not going to let it happen.
Well, I thought you were trying to have fun, so it's
No,
like...
I'm not having fun. I'm done having fun.
Right, you're done with fun now, but before...
I had so much fun.
Yeah, that much is clear.
A lot of men.
Yeah, I'm picturing a lot of things
and
right now.
And I don't need to do it anymore. And honestly, you're really not my type. My friend told me to go out with you, because she seems like you're the type that wants to settle down, so...
Okay,
Normally I don't go for you, but I feel like maybe you're at the same place in your life and my life.
I don't know. Yeah, this might not be a great fit.
First date, and she's already laying out a full timeline like it's a business meeting. Baby in a year, ring in 9 months, marriage in 2. That's not romance. That's a checklist. The whole vibe screams desperation and not attraction. Nothing makes a man lose interest faster than feeling like he's being recruited to fix a life plan that's already behind schedule. This is the problem with the fun years. A whole decade spent running around, stacking memories, stacking baggage, and then when the party's over, suddenly it's time to get serious. But serious doesn't erase mileage. Serious doesn't erase the past. The truth is simple. No man with options is signing up to be the retirement plan after a decade of chaos. No man with self-respect is rushing into a contract just because she wasted her prime and now wants to hit fast forward. Love doesn't grow under pressure. It dies there. And any guy who sticks around after hearing that kind of speech on a first date isn't her soulmate. He's just desperate enough to play along.
And once again, right on theme, right on cue. This is what a man has to go through. Men get sick and tired of dealing with this type of stuff. And I want to say, I really honestly and truly feel like this is a skit, but the point is well taken. I'm sick and tired of having to deal with women who do, well, I had a whole bunch of fun. I had a whole lot of fun. And instead of kind of keeping that to yourself, you're bragging about how you had all these men and you had a great time and how I should accept it. And when I say, no, I'm not doing that, I'm insecure. You out here in the street acting a fool. And when I say, ooh, I don't think I'm looking for a woman like that, then all of a sudden I'm insecure. A lot of men walk away from this immediately.
Telling these dudes, if you can't afford the maintenance, don't test drive the car.
Let's check out the HOFAX. 85 rear end collisions, 95 front end collisions, all involving alcohol. Bitch, you don't need a test drive. You need an interlock device. The intake gets clogged every time it goes out to the bar. It's been in the shop for lower end leaks and makes an annoying noise on the top end constantly. The back seat has blisters and the front seat has cracks. This is not something you finance, boys. This will ruin your credit. What you do with this is you go ahead and you throw $1,000 cash at it because it's got a nice paint job, and you ride that thing till it breaks down on the side of the road and leaves you walking. Have a great day.
The hoe that you is. Mama, you just fuck 5 niggas. You just nigga for a sub sandwich. You just fuck for a sub sandwich. Bitch, who a hoe? Stop calling motherfuckers a hoe. All you do is call your daughters a hoe. Like a bitch, you just for a sub sandwich.
Calling your daughter a hoe while you're busting it wide open for a sub sandwich is wild work. Not even a meal deal, not even a foot-long upgrade. That's not even hoe behavior, that's coupon code. You know, sometimes I stress out about whether or not I'm a good mother. But then I remember I'm not so despicable that I have to go stand in a corner and think about why my love life sounds like a DoorDash promotion. So I think we're good.